Barry, your thoughts on another win here at Ibrox?
A good 3 points. Disappointed with the goal we lost, but really good reaction from us. I had to change it midway through the first half tactically. I knew that Dundee United were going to come and sit everybody behind the ball and try and frustrate us. But in the past, it's something that Rangers have struggled with. So we tweaked it a wee bit with a wee chat at half time. We spoke through a few things, and then the second half, just as the game went on, we get the second goal. We finished it really strongly, and we could have had another couple of goals.
Just 50 goals for Cyril Dessels. What can you say about?
I'm delighted for him because I think the big man comes in for unfair criticism. I really do. But to work with him the last 3 months, I see how much effort he puts in on the training field. He works really hard at his game. He gives you everything. And it's a brilliant return this year, 28 goals. But when we've got that penalty, normally it's the skip that goes up and takes him, and I'm thinking to myself, he better score this or he's going to get one for me, but thankfully he hit the back of the net. So yeah, I'm delighted for him, and it's a brilliant return.
Fans singing your name at the end, Barry, what does that mean?
It means a lot because it's a club that I've been at since I was 7, 8 year old, and yep, I'm not scared to say it was a bit emotional, but look, since I've come in, I've gave it everything. I've given it everything that I had. I said in my first interview I was going to be me. I'm going to try and kid MD on. I have been me. So, yep, really enjoyed it. It was good to get that reception, but we've still got one game to go on Saturday against Hibs at Easter Road, so we need all focus needs to go on that now.
Barry, you brought Jack back into the team today, and I suppose a lot of focus on him given his season, but you must be pleased with the way he performed, especially the first half. Yeah,
it was always my intention to bring Jack back in at some stage. Firstly, Liam Kelly's been excellent, top class. But over the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's had a niggle in his back, which he's been carrying. But I was going to bring, as I said, Jack back in. I decided to bring him back in tonight. Look, it's been a tough period for Jack, but I've been honest with him. I think if you ask him himself, he'll tell you that. But you've seen his qualities tonight, and I was delighted for him. So that's the problem next season. Now Rangers have 2 quality number ones fighting for that spot.
Do you still believe he's got the mindset, the quality to be Rangers number 1 next season, Jack?
Yep, Jack and Liam. One thing I will say about Jack is, when I made the decision, his attitude has been first class. So that sums him up as a man, first and foremost, because it's no easy when, as a manager, you sit an experienced player down and tell him that he's obviously not going to be playing. I looked in his eyes and he was disappointed. But listen, his reaction has been brilliant in trained. He's gave it everything because he knows he's up against Liam, who since he's come in has been excellent as well. And you see it. You've seen when I brought him in against Bilbao, who was the first man over him? Jack Butland. So delighted for Jack. That was the Jack that I know, and I just thought it was the right thing to do. But delighted with his performance.
The chairman came off as if he was saying goodbye to the fans. Is it highly unlikely to see him back here next year?
No, he was brought off because he was tired. That's why I brought him off. And listen, he's loved it here. I've got a really good relationship with Vash. Who knows what's going to happen going forward? But one thing about Vash, he's been a top operator for Rangers this year, and he's loved it. You just never know what's going to happen in the future.
Barry, just on your own kind of personal reflections, it's been a roller coaster 3 months. What's your biggest takeaway from your time in the job?
My biggest take is, well, I've got a lot. got a few more wrinkles, I've got a few more grey hairs, that's for sure. But listen, I've loved every minute of it. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect when I came in, but I was willing to take that challenge on. And it has had its challenges, believe me. It's been challenging, but as I said, every day I drive into that training centre, every day I walk through the front doors, it's a privilege to be here and work here. And it's not over yet. So we've still got one game, and you never know what's round the corner.